I dream big, but do nothing. Come on, if we're being honest with ourselves, that title probably hits a little too close to home for a lot of us, right?
I mean, think about it. You map out the whole thing. The brilliant business idea, the new workout plan, that creative project you're so passionate about. You feel this rush of excitement, and then crickets. Nothing. Well, you're not alone in this, and the reason why is actually pretty fascinating.
So I want you to get this right from the very start. This is not a character flaw. You are not lazy. What's actually happening is a very real, surprisingly predictable cycle going on inside your brain, and it's actively stopping you from getting started. And today we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it works.
So first things first, let's totally reframe this whole thing. This isn't about willpower, and it's not about time management. No, this is all about emotion.
A researcher named Tim Peichel spent decades on this, and what he found is a total game changer. We don't put things off because we're bad with a calendar. We procrastinate to avoid negative feelings. Just think about it for a second. Dread, anxiety, self-doubt, that fear of not being good enough, that's the real enemy here. Okay, so how does just avoiding a feeling turn into this massive habit that can keep you stuck for weeks, or let's be real, even years? Well, it all happens through this incredibly powerful neurological loop.
And here it is. This is the trap in a nutshell. You think about that big, scary thing on your to-do list, and you feel this wave of anxiety wash over you. So what do? You instinctively avoid it. Maybe you check your phone or suddenly decide to clean your desk, and then, relief. That bad feeling is gone, and that feeling of relief, it's such a powerful reward that your brain literally learns, hey, let's do that again. It gets reinforced until avoidance becomes your automatic go-to response.
So what you're seeing here is the battle that's happening inside your head. On one side, you've got the amygdala, which is your brain's ancient primal alarm system. It's screaming, danger, this is a threat, run away. And on the other side, you've got your brain's action system, the part that's trying to say, hey, come on, let's just do this.
Every single time you put off that task, it's because your amygdala has successfully hijacked your rational brain. It's a real thing. Your emotional alarm system literally overrides your logic, and you flee from the perceived danger, even though in this case, the danger is just an item on your to-do list.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. Every time you complete that avoidance loop, you are physically strengthening the neural pathway for procrastination in your brain. You are literally training your brain to get better and faster at avoiding things, while your get-it-done muscle just sits there getting weaker and weaker.
Okay, so that was the bad news, but here's the good news, and it's really good. You can train your brain to do the exact opposite, and the fix, well, it's way simpler than you'd probably think. That's it. I'm being completely serious. The answer is to just start. Notice I didn't say finish it. I didn't say do it perfectly. Just start. The whole goal isn't to complete the huge project. The goal is simply to interrupt that pesky avoidance loop before it can reward you with that sweet, sweet relief.
So how do you do it? It's a two-step process. First, when you feel yourself start to pull away from a task, just stop and name the feeling. Actually say it out loud. Okay, I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now. Just by naming it, you shift control from your emotional brain back to your rational one. And second, you make the first step so ridiculously, stupidly small that it feels almost pointless. So you're not writing an essay, you're just opening a document. You're not doing some grueling hour-long workout, you are just putting on your shoes. See what this does? It lowers the emotional stakes so much that your amygdala doesn't even see it as a threat. The alarm just doesn't go off.
But hang on. What if you're someone who feels busy all the time, but you're still not making any real progress on your big goals? Well, that's because procrastination is an absolute master of disguise.
Its first disguise is perfectionism. And let's be clear, this isn't really about having high standards. It's a fear that your work won't be good enough, so you just never start. And the second disguise, maybe the sneakiest one of all, is productive procrastination. This is where you swap that scary, important task for an easy, safe one that still makes you feel accomplished. Take a look at this chart. Does any of this sound a little familiar? Instead of writing that daunting essay, you spend an hour color-coding your notes. Instead of actually applying to new jobs, you perfect your resume for the 5th time. Instead of starting your creative project, you watch hours of YouTube videos about how to be more productive. See the trick? Your brain gets that little hit of accomplishment without any of the actual risk of failure or judgment. It is such a clever trap.
So let's bring this all home with the single most powerful mindset shift you can possibly make. It all comes down to understanding one fundamental mistake your brain makes over and over again.
In one of his classic studies, Pinkel gave students pagers, and he tracked their feelings about a big assignment. Early on, they all had these great justifications for putting it off. Oh, I work better under pressure, you know the drill. But once the deadline got close and they were forced to start, guess what? Every single one of them said the task wasn't nearly as bad as they'd imagined, and they all wish they had just started sooner.
And this right here, this is the core insight of this entire explainer. The thing you're running from, it isn't the work itself. It's the imagined feeling of doing the work. You're basically avoiding a ghost.
Let that one sink in for a minute. The stress, the anxiety, the feeling of being completely overwhelmed that you feel before you start is almost always, without fail, more intense than the actual experience of doing the task once you're in it. Bottom line, your brain is a terrible fortune teller.
So, I'll leave you with a question. What is that feeling that you're running from right now, today? And more importantly, what is the one, single, stupidly small step you can take, not to finish the whole thing, but just to start and prove to your brain that it was wrong all along?